Hey, let me ask you a simple question. What's your belief on work? I guess I ought to ask it this way. What's your work ethic? One of the first verses I ever memorized as a kid was to work hard so you could present yourself to God and receive approval. Well, I grew up in a family of 6 brothers and sisters. My dad traveled, my mom stayed home. Money didn't go far. But what we did do at our home was all of us kids each had our individual chores to fulfill. And we didn't get paid to do those. It was just something that was expected. There was no reward other than my parents taught us a work ethic that you worked. If you're going to be in this house, as my dad would say, breathe my air, eat my food, sleep in my bed, you're going to work and you have your chores. And so we did. We did it on a regular basis. I talk to business owners all the time that tell me that they have employees that love to get paid, but they don't necessarily love to work for the pay. Well, I kind of believe that if someone hires you to do 8 hours of work, then you do 8 hours of work for the pay you're going to receive. It's kind of a good thing. That's why I kind of like the story of Adrian Rogers. There was this young preacher that came to an old Quaker one day. And this young preacher was known as an expert fox hunter. And the old Quaker looked at the young preacher and said, "Hey, if I was a fox, where do you think I would hide where you would never find me?" Well, the young preacher just scratched his head and couldn't figure out what he meant, or where would he hide if he was a fox where he couldn't be found. After all, he was an expert fox hunter. The old Quaker turned the tables on him. And he said, "So where do you think you would hide?" The young preacher said, "Well, I don't know. Where do you think I would hide where I would never be found as a fox?" He said, "In your study." Well, clearly, we study to show ourselves approved. That's how we should live. That's what we do. And Paul even commented on that. He said in Colossians 3:23, he said this, "Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people." I guess I just have the idea that if I'm working for the Lord, I'm going to do the very best that I can do. I'm not going to slack. I'm going to work hard. After all, Jesus, as he traveled from community to community, he fed them, taught them, lived with them, healed them. I mean, he did all that, and all of it was work. Well, work is a good ethic. I think work is healthy for us. I think work builds a self-esteem. So today I'm just asking you, what's your work ethic? Is it good? Do you work for the Lord? It's just a thought. Man, thank you for joining me today. Pray you have a very blessed day and a great weekend. Looking for a great church? Come on down to Meadowbrook. We would absolutely love to have you.